The world tells you a story about Uganda, and honestly, it's a lie. They show you headlines about dictators from 50 years ago. They tell you it's all poverty, danger, and disease. I was told, don't go, it's not safe. There's nothing there. They paint a picture of a country that's broken and stuck in the past. But I've learned that the only way to find the truth is to go see it for yourself. And the Uganda I found is insane. It's full of life, mind-blowing beauty, and a modern energy that is completely crushing the old, boring stories. So today, we are busting every lie you've ever been told about Uganda. Section 1. The lie of the concrete jungle versus. The empty bush, the first lie, is that Uganda is one of two things: an empty, wild jungle or a dangerous, chaotic city. Both are completely wrong. Let's start with the capital, Kampala. This city is absolutely electric. People think Kampala is some dusty, underdeveloped town. What I've found is one of the fastest growing cities in all of East Africa. You have the insane chaos of the boda motorcycle taxis weaving through traffic like something out of a video game, and street markets that smell like roasting plantains everywhere. But then you have these massive glass buildings going up filled with tech companies and startups. I spent my nights in cafes packed with young people on their laptops, building businesses powered by some of the most incredible coffee on earth. This city is built on 7 hills, and each one is totally different. You can go from the ancient Kasubi tombs, where kings are buried, to the insane Owino market in minutes. You feel the history and the future colliding, and they call it a concrete jungle? No way. Kampala is one of the greenest cities I've ever seen, with huge parks and trees everywhere. This isn't just some stop on the way to a safari. This city is a destination, and it's rewriting its own story. Section 2. The lie of the unremarkable landscape. Okay, so everyone knows Africa has wildlife, but people act like Uganda is the B team, living in the shadow of its neighbors. That might be the biggest lie of them all. Uganda's nature isn't just remarkable, it's completely next level. I went to Murchison Falls National Park, and you have to see this to believe it. The entire Nile River, the longest river in the world, gets forced through a tiny crack in the rock only 7 meters wide. It explodes with so much power the ground literally shakes. You don't just see this waterfall, you feel it. It is the most powerful waterfall I have ever witnessed. But it's not just about power, it's about variety. We went from there to the Rwenzori Mountains, the legendary Mountains of the Moon. These things are massive, snow-capped mountains with glaciers on the equator. They're full of bizarre, alien-looking plants you won't see anywhere else on the planet. Then we went to Queen Elizabeth National Park to find the famous tree-climbing lions, which is super rare. And all of this is fed by Lake Victoria, the biggest lake in Africa. It's so big it feels like an ocean. Uganda's landscape isn't just nice. It's a collection of world-class wonders crammed into one country. Section 3. The lie of danger and inaccessibility. This is the big one. People are convinced Uganda is unsafe and impossible to travel in. And while you should always be smart, the reality for travelers here is that this place is incredibly safe and welcoming. To prove it, I went straight to Jinja, the adventure capital of East Africa. This town is built on the source of the Nile River, and people come from all over the world to go whitewater rafting on some of the craziest rapids on Earth. They have a massive tourism industry here built around giving you a safe adrenaline rush. It's insane. But the ultimate proof is in Bwindi Impenetrable National Park. This forest is home to almost half of the world's mountain gorillas. And trekking to see them is one of the most organized, professional things I have ever done. You go with expert rangers who know this jungle and these gorilla families personally. After hiking for hours, you find them, and you just sit feet away from a family of mountain gorillas. A giant silverback just watching his kids play. There was zero danger. It was just peaceful. This life-changing experience is the real tourism in Uganda. If you're seeing a totally different Uganda right now, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We have so many more places to explore and myths to bust. Section 4. The lie of a forgotten culture. You would think with all the insane nature, the culture might get overlooked, but Uganda's culture is just as mind-blowing. People who say there's one African culture have nitrogen monoxide idea what they're talking about. Uganda has over 50 different groups, each with its own language and traditions. I went to the Nile Cultural Center in Kampala, and it was an explosion of energy. The music, the dancing, it was incredible. They showcased traditions from all over the country, from the intense dances of the Akoli people to the royal music of the Baganda Kingdom and the FOOD. You haven't experienced the country until you've eaten on its streets. I am officially obsessed with the Rolex. It's a chapati roll with eggs and vegetables, and it is the greatest street food on the planet. I also ate matoke steamed green bananas and fresh tilapia straight from Lake Victoria. But the real culture is the people. Ugandans are known for being some of the friendliest people in the world, and it's 100% true. The welcome I felt from everyone, from my boda driver to kids on the street, was amazing. This culture isn't forgotten. It's alive and everywhere you look. So, what is the real Uganda? It's not the lies. It's not its history. It's not just a safari. This country is way too awesome to be put in a box. It's the insane, ambitious energy of Kampala, a city that is growing like crazy. It's the ground-shaking power of Murchison Falls and the snowy peaks of the mountains of the moon. It's looking into the eyes of a wild, silverback gorilla and feeling a connection you will never, ever forget. It's the taste of a Rolex on a street corner, the sound of a dozen different kinds of music, and the feeling of a genuine, warm welcome. Winston Churchill wasn't kidding when he called it the Pearl of Africa. It's beautiful, it's rare, and it's absolutely incredible. The stereotypes just melt away the second you get here. They get replaced by a reality that is bigger, better, and 1,000 times more exciting than you can imagine. The next time you hear Uganda, don't think about the old lies. Think about this vibrant, incredible country that's waiting for you to see the truth. I want to know what the biggest travel myth you've ever had busted is. Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see the Pearl of Africa for yourself, ask me literally anything. Thanks for watching.